Part of the reason support is so important, it's really important in a community, and you've heard that mentioned many times on the stage, this community and how it's been supportive of them. That's made a real difference in giving people encouragement and help them remember, even discover truths about themselves and stand in it. So don't forget that community, colleagues, people coming alongside you is so important to consider and having support. So how are you building that into your life on a regular basis? And perhaps you aren't, so maybe that's one of those action item things you could think about doing, is building that in. Another part of support that I think is really important, just like the cucumber vine that we talked about this morning. I love my cucumber. It taught me so much. And the trellis, the things that it hooked alongside have already been there. It already had the height it was looking at going. So one of the things that's important to think about and bring into your life around support is getting support when you're looking to go places you haven't gone before. Now, have we heard the definition of insanity? Yes. Like doing the same thing and over, maybe harder and more, and expecting different results. So part of what can help us shift out of that and get different results is getting support. We don't have to figure it out all on our own. And in fact, wouldn't it be brilliant if we could get support from somebody that has perhaps already gone on that path? So we can learn from them and scrape our knees less because we're not falling down as much because they already cleared the way. They know don't do that. They tried it. Do this. Here's something to be really mindful of when we're looking at stretching, we're looking at growing, we're looking at going a place we haven't gone before. What can happen is this: we get on a path, we start taking steps, we start getting movement, we start getting close to the edge of where we haven't gone before. And we might even take a step past the edge of the familiar. And suddenly our mind goes, uh-oh, we haven't done that before. I don't know if that's safe. Danger, danger, danger. And we start to contract and back away. And then we usually kind of dip so much we go way below where we want to be and what is the norm for us. And so we find ourselves picking ourselves back up and no, that's unacceptable, or we got to move forward and get back up, and it ends up being this roller coaster ride, but we're still staying within the same plane. Has anyone ever experienced this, or someone you know has experienced this? Here's the trick to get out of that. It's getting support, and where you need the support is when you're going through to the next level. We're really getting good at getting support on the bottom side and getting ourselves out. It's when we're going somewhere we haven't gone before, that's when we need the support. That's when we need someone who's been there before that can help us go further on our journey with more ease and more effectively. So when you're looking at support, really look for people that can come alongside you that have been there, that can help you. You don't have to break new ground all the time on your own. You can have support along the way. And that's what can help you go from this level to this next level. But notice something about the two levels. You notice they still do this? I wish I could tell you it's just this smooth, graceful glide. It's not. It ebbs and flows, and we grow and we stretch and we contract and we move. It's very dynamic. And so part of the things that can help us see, is this a contraction where I'm shrinking back, or is it the type of contraction that's like the tightening of a bow string being pulled back so you can fine tune before you release the arrow? Those are different types of contraction. And part of how we can determine that is by measuring things once in a while. It's so easy to feel like it's a contraction, it's a contraction, it's a contraction. But if we remember to stop and take a look at where we are now versus where we were 6 months ago versus where we were a year ago, we will typically see growth. even though it ebbs and flows.